I heard you guys are playing golf. You're planning a golf thing?
Golf only.
Actually, it's a tournament, right?
Yes,
so we're
it
trying to
is.
sponsor that. She wants me to sponsor and play.
But you play golf.
Yeah, I haven't played that for so much. I think the last time I played was 2 months ago. But I did get a hole in one. So
Wow. You
For
did?
someone that's not playing for a while.
yeah,
No, you did not. What prize did you get?
nothing. I was just playing with.
You should tell the course.
Yeah, they put my name on the board.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, I have to go back there to double check and verify that you're.
Yeah, it's 3.5 hours from here.
Wow.
So another podcast episode.
Yep,
We
another
just
one
Finished a couple.
back to back.
We have a special guest,
We do.
and he came from San Diego just to visit us.
Yeah,
We're kind of spoiled. This is a special one because like he always brings the energy to the room.
He
and,
does.
Hype everybody up. So I met Leo a long time ago. My mom sent me to his office to talk about something that I wasn't sure. I was just sent there.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I met him. And then after a while, when we were doing IPG, he reached out and he wanna check it out, check
Exactly.
the company out.
I think I met him at a convention. That was the
Yeah,
very
the first
time.
first convention. Yes,
He was
yes,
asking a lot
yes.
of questions. I'm like, this guy's gonna be big.
So that time, he told the story after, and he can tell more about it. He didn't tell us that he already made his mind, but he was there pretending that he's asking questions. Like and then he told us, like, actually, I already signed up. Like he was just telling us. And then we also have a special co-host today.
Yeah.
One of our podcast guests, a successful one. He will be our co-host, and she's actually be leading the podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
You know,
So without further ado, let me introduce to you Leo Gilo.
yeah, look at that. The stadium. That's a stadium applause.
Amazing.
I know, right?
I love it.
So, so the way we do it is, we just want to learn who Leo was, because the good thing about this podcast, and we told Honey too, is like, you can come back one day and be our guest again and look back like, oh, who was Leo that time and
Exactly.
what's now, and we want to know more about how you started, your lifestyle. I know you came from the Philippines too. What was your background that time?
Well, I'm, when I was in the Philippines, I was a lifetime member of Integrated Bar of the Philippines. That was 1996.
Attorney, right? Yeah.
Yes, I'm a lawyer in the Philippines. That was 1996 when I passed the bar exams, and I do practice there for quite some time. And I was a chief of staff of certain congressmen for several terms. One is the Congressman of Isabela, Faustino D. Senior. The other one was Congresswoman Uliran Joaquin of Laguna, and Congressman Benasing Macarambon Jr. of Lanao. So I work in Congress, Philippine Congress for quite some time. I was a chief of staff, and at the same time, I was also
Wow.
yeah, I was also
Wow, that's big.
yeah, I was also consultant of several congressmen at that time.
Oh.
18 congressmen at the same time.
And then you moved here in the United States.
Well, that was in 2004 when I moved here in the United States because it's again in the Philippines, it's a presidential election. 2004 was a presidential election. Unfortunately, the president that I was supporting at the time, I was one of the lawyers of Senator Panfilo Lacson running
Oh.
for. Yes, he was running for president also at the time. That was 2004.
Wow.
And I'm blessed. I would say I'm very, very thankful because I had a lot of good experiences during the time. And unfortunately, he did not make it.
But you learned a lot.
Of course,
Yeah.
I learned a lot. You learn from your experience,
Yeah.
right? So I left the Philippines for a vacation, like supposed to be like 6 months vacation here in the United States in 2004 because I was so frustrated. I really love.
So you need to relax.
Yeah, I wanted him to win, but
Uh-huh.
unfortunately he did not make it. And that was the time that I don't know if you still remember the late Fernando Po Jr. ran for president, and if probably in my assessment, if Fernando Po Jr. did not run, most likely it's gonna be like a close fight between Senator Panfilo Lacson and GMA.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who won that one? I'm sorry, I don't even know. Who won? Is it Fernando?
No, the one who won was GMA. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo was the declared president. Although there's a lot of controversies with that.
It's been a while, but it feels like it's just yesterday.
Yeah.
You know?
Really?
So you moved to the United States and then did you work here first?
Yeah, originally I intended to just have a vacation. So I was going around the United States. I also work some, like any kind of work, just to recover my expenses because, my money was in pesos and
Yeah.
you spend in dollars and you have to stay here for like about 6 months. So it's still good to have like
So do you remember your first job?
Oh yeah. The first time that I came here, I don't know anybody. Just to let you know, I don't know anybody, and except only one. And it's funny because this only one person was is the in the first cousin of my ex girlfriend.
Oh.
Wow.
So we broke out. This friend of mine. We became close because he always go visit us in the Philippines, and I was associated with him, give him some rides, entertain him. The Filipino
culture,
hospitality.
yeah.
So we became friends. So even we are not with my ex-girlfriend already,
You still
we're still
got
good
connected,
friends.
yeah.
So we're still
Wow,
connected.
okay.
So he's the only one
That
that I
you knew.
know
Oh.
here in the United States. Even now, we're still in contact.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first job,
Mine?
Fred?
I used to work at Baskin Robbins.
Oh, really? 31.
Oh, actually, no. My first job was I was a busser for Tokyo Steakhouse. That's like a Benihana.
That's a good one too. I love.
You did
I
a
love
bus?
Benihana.
I thought you were a trainer.
No,
Personal trainer.
No, at college I was a personal trainer.
Oh. How about you, Tito Honey? Do you remember your first job here?
Yeah, I used to be in sales at a home automation company, like kind of like Best Buy, but they do more of home automation.
Oh. My first job was selling women's shoes and bags. Nobody knew about it. Yeah, I worked for 6 months, so I can have money and tell my mom. I research everything so I can go back to the Philippines. So I worked for 6 months, save money, and got a visa so I can go back and stay longer, so my green card won't be in jeopardy. And then that's how I kind of convinced my mom to send me back. She didn't know about it.
That's cool.
So,
Smart.
so you were here, you were working. Were you ever in sales? Like I know Tita Honey mentioned she was in sales.
Yeah, I was also in sales. By the way, I forgot to tell you that I also was taking care of a kid.
Oh,
How
that's
do you call that
interesting.
one?
Babysitting.
Babysitting.
Oh,
babysitting. Oh.
So I love kids. I
man.
love. Yeah, I love
That's
kids.
a job,
That's
yeah.
actually my first job here. I
Oh, my
babysit. The good thing is because there are cute kids, babies like white babies, and oh my god.
Wait until they have tantrums and stuff.
Yeah, and then, well, it's a very good experience.
Yeah.
To, you
Yeah.
know, I was imagining that how I wish that I will also have a kid like this beautiful
Aw.
kids. So I have to, I have to leave like after maybe about 1 month or two. Because my intention was to go around the United States. I still have the funds. I have the budget to go around the United States for 6 months. But if you have a way of earning
at
to to compensate or to cover
Yeah.
all
Your
of some
travel
other
expense, yeah.
traveling
It's like make
expenses, why not?
your
Right?
make your vacation free, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So that time there was no Facebook. There was no other ways of communicating except Friendster. I don't know if you
Friendster.
oh my god, I'm
And
that
That's
so
so long.
MySpace. They had
And
MySpace and Friendster. It was like,
Friendster.
I was like high school, I think.
I was in college.
You're pretending not to know.
No, I know Renster.
And there's also another one.
AIM, right? AIM.
No, I
AOL.
did not use AIM. The other one that I
MIRC.
use is the Yahoo Messenger.
Oh, yeah.
There was a Yahoo Messenger. So I'm bored here already in the United States, and I was when I was trying to to take care of this babysitting these beautiful American kids. I tried to communicate with my family and friends back in the Philippines and looking for some other people that they know to refer to me. So this is how smart I was. So I've been talking to a lot of people back home, and then they keep on sending me numbers.
Yeah.
They keep on sending me numbers and names. Oh, this is your auntie, your uncle, your relatives. Even everybody are our uncles and aunties.
Yeah. Yeah. I call everybody auntie.
Correct. So it was funny, and fortunately, there was a chance for me to go to Chicago because
Oh, that's why you were in Chicago.
yes, I was in Chicago.
But
So
you were here, California.
California was my entry. Port of entry was LAX. I stayed here for quite some time. Oh my God. It's really unforgettable because my friend happens to be living in at the time he used to live in Riverside.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And Riverside, when I was there, I was like
Country.
stuck for like 1 month doing nothing, and I have to walk like 3 to 5 miles
It's like a
before I
desert.
can get
It's
a
like nothing
bus.
in
So
there.
I feel so bored. So I was telling, what? This is America. This is not America that I want.
I imagine like America's like greens
Yeah.
and you see a lot
Yeah.
of things. First time I got here, my mom took me to Palm Desert. It's like take pictures of what? It's like brown. Same thing as Riverside. It's like
Yeah.
desert.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I end up of any kind of job. I just want to be out of this place.
Yeah.
In Riverside. So that was in Mission Viejo when I took care of these kids. It's the good thing is it's live in. So I have a very beautiful place to
Yeah.
live, and I'm earning,
And you're next to the beach.
and I'm next to
I
the
used
beach.
to work in Mission Viejo as a live-in too.
See? So now, during this time that I'm communicating with my friends, family, they refer somebody in
Chicago.
So
yeah.
this is the good part. When I went to Chicago, there is this American businessman that that was introduced to me by a family friend. Family friend relative sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
And this guy learned that I am an attorney from the Philippines, and he interviewed me, and there is a certain project, like a certain business that he wanted to put up. And that is an IPTV network. It's an Asian American.
Oh, I remember.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's
you told me that story.
Yeah.
You guys don't know. He actually worked for a TV network. Tito
Yes.
Hani actually also worked for a TV network, but in the Philippines.
Yeah. So it's an Asian American
Really?
TV network in Chicago. So he made a deal with me because when he interviewed me, he found out that I am good in law, I am good in corporate because I am also a graduate of Masters in Business Administration. I am also a graduate of accountancy, and
Wow.
because that's my pre-law accountancy.
accounts, okay.
And then took up my Bachelor of Laws. Now, There's no more Bachelor of Laws. It's a doctor of Juris Doctor now, JD. So they the Philippine system that they changed. There's no more Bachelor of Laws, but they changed that to JD. So I'm also considered as a Doctor of Jurisprudence right now.
So your license is still active in the Philippines?
Yeah, I still have my license because I have a lifetime membership with integrated Bar of the Philippines, and I'm glad because before I came over here, I paid the lifetime membership.
Do they still have it or no?
I still have it.
No, I mean
I
like
have it.
now they still
Is
offer
that still available?
Oh
Or it's just
yes, it's still available, but it's too expensive compared before. Back then, that was only like
So it's like one time and then your lifetime member.
yes, one-time payment, and you don't have to worry. Like
Wow.
every year, you have to pay for the annual
That's
dues.
really
There's no
cool.
annual dues. I already paid for the whole time, and that's only like 8,500 pesos.
Yeah.
But
What?
now, oh my God, I maybe it's already about 50,000.
So this
or
guy
something.
hired you on that TV network, and
Yes,
how
this
long did you work on that TV network?
Well, I worked there for about more than 2 years because with the deal he made me as industrial partner. So he was paying for my executive salary,
Wow.
sort of, because I was the vice president for the corporate affairs. And I'm the one who is in charge in closing the contracts of all the content providers of Asian contents. Like we have
So that's
India.
kind of like your kind of exposure to sales, but more of like corporate level, like closing
Yeah.
deals,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, I've been closing deals like the corporate. We have contents from like Philippine contents as well, and Chinese. Well, the Chinese I need to I need an assistant because I don't
Yeah.
speak Chinese. But mainly the other countries like Malaysia, India.
Yeah.
I'm the one dealing
So you
with these people.
you really are in the corporate, like, because you're an
Yes.
attorney. So what was your transition or exposure to like sales, or specifically this industry at the time?
Well, since I was I was offered to be an industrial partner, so meaning to say that after 2 years, this was the agreement. After 2 years, he promised me to give a shares of stock of the company, and it so happened that was in 2007. That's 2005.
When the market was about to crash.
Yeah, when the market is about to crash. So
okay.
the company gave me my shares of stocks in 2007. So I said I'm not used to have an employer because I'm a boss myself, in the Philippines. So I don't want to have any boss. So when I got my shares of stocks, I sell back to them. I got the cash. I said goodbye. I already have the money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Goodbye.
blessing because
Yeah, that
the
was
market
really-
crashed.
Correct. That was really a blessing.
Yeah, that's
and
smart.
I moved here in California. I opened a business here in California. I was an international funds manager, and we opened up a business in Orange County here in Anaheim. We have an office in Anaheim.
So you're not in Riverside anymore.
No, not in
You got
Riverside anymore.
upgraded.
I have the money, so I don't want to stay in.
I'm from OC now.
Out of the Orange County.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a really good money because that was an investment.
Yeah.
That was an investments company.
Yeah.
I was an international funds manager at the time.
So you were always like business minded.
Yes, I am. Even
You can tell.
Even when I was still in the Philippines,
I
I'm
can tell.
always into that. Practice is good, but I still like
Being your own
doing
boss,
doing
yeah.
business.
But you could tell because like his story of his first job was babysitting. Like someone wouldn't think that. They would think of getting a 9 to 5 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you came from another country, first thing you do is you work for a restaurant or something.
Job,
But like
yeah.
now he knew like, okay, if I'm a babysitter for these kids, I would get to live in a different location, in a better location.
Correct.
So it's not the actual.
His
yeah,
mind has the
it-
opportunity.
Correct. So
to
it's not
look at.
actually the job
job
itself,
itself.
but what it entails. That
Yeah.
I can do more.
So he looks further.
but now he's
That's-
babysitting companies, not just kids.
And he's babysitting his team.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
exactly.
has a team
He was just doing a training there. I heard. So
And he was scolding.
yeah, so babysitting.
Yeah,
So how did you venture out to like the insurance, specifically like living benefits?
Oh, okay. When I was still in Chicago, before I moved here, a friend of mine, her name is Rosana Santana. She introduced me
To insurance.
insurance industry. I don't know anything about networking in the United States. As long as I will make money, I'm in.
Yeah.
So the way she the way she presented to me is, oh, you have a very good job, you have a lot of connections. What about earning on the side?
Oh,
So that guy,
And-
that's what you want.
That's what I want. And I control my time. I'm the boss of my, I'm the boss of my own.
So you're not gonna lose anything if
I don't lose
try
anything
it.
if I'll try it. So I get the company. This is the term company, only term company. So she was my upline, and boom, in 30 days, I already, everybody
So you came from different companies before FEG.
before FEG, yes.
Oh.
Before FEG,
He has experience.
Yeah.
I have an experience of it there. So
Yeah, because the first time I met him, he already has a ring.
yeah,
Well, first time I met him, he's asking me about the commission grade. I'm like,
Yeah.
someone that's
Oh,
not.
and he's
already knows.
he's like straight to the point, like an
Yeah.
attorney. So you have to be correct on what you say because you can debate that. So and then what got you to like this company? Like what
What
caught your
drew
eye?
Okay. When I'm here in California from Chicago, I really need to put that so that you will understand how I transition to FEG.
Okay.
So the first one is I was in Chicago. I'm licensed there. So when I move here,
Oh, so
I'm,
your first license was in Chicago.
yes, my first
Oh.
license.
The resident.
life
That's your resident license.
That's my resident license was in
Oh.
Chicago, so in Illinois. So when I moved here in California, I'm also a real estate license agent over there.
There.
But when I moved here in California, they wanted me to take the exams again. I said, no way, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather go for another kind of opportunity rather than taking the exams again. And I don't want that because I'm so busy. I already have my own company.
And you just moved back.
And I
here.
just move again. I don't want to like having another headache to do it all over again. And suddenly the market crash and the real estate crash also. The bubble burst.
But at least you're kind of in a good position because you have cash.
Correct. That's right. So, I'm about to go back to the Philippines in 2011.
Okay.
Oh.
So I said, nothing is going on. There's nothing to looking forward anymore in the United States. Everything is like hard because the market crashed in
Crash.
2007, 2008. All of my investors at that time with the company that I put up in 2007 got all their investments. I returned everything, whatever the investment, I returned everything. So I said, what will happen to me now? I don't want to go back.
But at least you were able to just give their money back.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Because
Yeah.
before we promised like a certain percentage, but the percentage of the income of their money is going down and down and down until they finally said, Leo, it's better for us to stop this one. Maybe sooner or later you cannot afford to give us already the entire, the promise,
Oh,
the
okay.
interest. So what about dissolve the company now?
So it's kind of like a blessing in
Yes,
disguise.
it's really a blessing in
Nice.
disguise. Maybe thank God because I'm always with him. He's always with me.
And then when did you transition to getting
Okay.
the license again?
In 2011, I'm about to go back to the Philippines. I already packed everything,
Wow.
ready to go. I even sent already some of my my things to the Philippines. And suddenly, there is $1 million. That time, he was only like about 28, between around 28 to 30 years old guy. Earning already about $2 million with the company and from another.
So your eyes went big again.
You're like,
Wow,
wow.
there's an opportunity. Yes. I said, there is an opportunity in America.
Yeah.
And then he sit down with me. He presented everything about the financial industry. And this is what I remember from him. And he told me exactly what he told me. If you want money, you need to work in a money business company.
Yes, that's true.
And our company is a $1 trillion company compared to the entertainment industry put
Food
together,
industry.
the entertainment, sports industry put together. Financial industry is still the best because if you want to make money, this is a $1 trillion company.
Well, it makes sense. If you want to make money, go to the
Yes.
industry that makes money. you know?
Yeah, if you want to make money, go to money by business, money company,
Yeah.
and that is in a financial services company.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. So I said, oh my God. So do you want me to stop going back home? I'm ready to go back home. That was 2011.
Yeah.
So all right, all right. This is my last shot. This is what I told to myself. This is my last shot. If I will make it for the next 1 year, at least I can still hold because I still have the money. I still have the cash. So I still have the budget. I can survive even for the next 6 years or so at that time. So I said, I'll try this one because if I will not make it, at least I'm enjoying still my stay here in the United States.
You're still kind of staying free because you still have your cash.
Correct. So, and he presented to me, oh, this is the plan, okay? And he told me that if you will do this exactly what I'm telling you, this is the system of the company with the W, with a company with the W. So this is a system, and if you exactly follow this, you will be able to get what you want.
Yeah, in which you did, because when I met him, he has that ring.
Yes, and I became I became a ring earner of that company, and things changed. Many things that we don't like to happen, but it happened.
Yeah.
So I quit again the company with a W, not because I don't like the company, but I don't like the people around me.
Yeah. The
So it's not about the money that I'm making at the time, but I'm not happy anymore.
Yeah.
I'd rather leave, look for another opportunity, but I'm happy.
Yeah. So you got busy, and I think I met you 2014.
Well, take note, 2011, right? I got my license, and then 2012 I quit.
Oh, you did 1 year.
Yeah,
so
you did 1 year.
Just 1 year, but I already got my ring. So there was again a transition. Here you go again. I don't want to go back to the Philippines because my original
I thought
goal.
you pack your bags again.
my original.
It's like a breakup every time.
My original goal was to make it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be going back home and I did not make it yet.
Yeah.
Well, at least I still have the cash.
Yeah.
This is big enough. It's really, really big enough for me even if I go home. But this is not the
good thing is
plan that I
your
wanted.
cash is still there.
Yeah, my cash is still there. This is not my plan. So, okay, somebody offered me again. And here comes the sales. Because you're asking about the sales, okay? Somebody offered me. This time, he's not American, but he is a Jewish American. So I manage, I was into fashion industry.
Oh, okay.
So I manage when I started with the company, I managed about 6. And in 2 years, that 6 became 13 branches.
Oh,
Wow.
13 branches. And that was a very, very good money too because, imagine the owner say, Leo, I'm going to Europe, take care of the entire company. So
Yeah.
I'm the one who's managing.
the boss.
I'm the boss. So at least I'm still the boss. I don't have so much, because I really wanted to be a boss. I don't want to have a boss, another boss, but myself. So until such time that income is not a problem. I'm earning really, really very good income. It's not a problem. But time changed again, like what I said. I feel so tired because I have to work 7 days a week. And I realized that how come that the owner of the company is enjoying his life
And you're the one working.
and I'm the one doing the job for him.
That's true.
So I said, this is it. I don't want to do this again. And here comes again. W came back.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you went back.
I came back. I went back to W with, those two ladies, the two ladies who brought me back with the company. But again, to be
Name that we don't have to mention.
Yes,
but I
of
know
course.
the ladies.
I know. You know the ladies.
Sounds like rice.
Honestly, when they brought me back to W, I told them, hey, Filipino again? I don't want to work with Filipinos. Oh my God, this is again another headache. No, he's so different. The EVC is totally different. He will work with us properly and he will treat us nicely.
But it's
and I
same
guarantee,
system.
But same system, same story. I was not happy. And then that was the time that I called your mom because I know that your mom into the financial industry. So I don't know exactly. Well, the first time that I met your mom is because
It's a different business.
It's another company.
Yeah.
Still another company. But I know for a fact.
You saved her number, I believe.
Yeah, that she's still in the same industry. So, you know Noel Nagsky, right?
Yeah.
Noel Nagsky was the one who introduced me to your mom
Yes.
for a party. They have a party and I was invited as a guest.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and at the time
I think it's also the water store.
yeah. And I was not recruitable at that time when I was first
Yeah.
introduced to the mom, to your
He
mom.
has a closed door.
I am closer because I have a very, very good business still. Money still coming
Yeah.
in, and I still like those people around me. And I'm enjoying, actually. I have a very big, I'm a builder. So I can start all over again. It doesn't matter. People come and go.
Yeah,
but,
they do.
if you're a builder, you're always a builder.
Yes.
So I always put that in my mind that if I know myself, I am a builder and I'm always a builder.
Which he did, and then he called my mom, but he wasn't. He's
Recruitable.
close. That's why
Yeah.
he went to the
The
convention
first time
too.
or the
So that was the time. That was
First
the time.
time.
For the very first time that I called his mom after when I was, when I'm frustrated again with these people, and I treat the mom, oh, you know what, Ate Gemma, please come to my office because I want to learn. I want to know about
The
your
business,
products. I want to make some comparison. Who knows? I might join you. But I already have in my mind that I'm leaving the company where I am at. I'm actually trying to look for another company that I like to work with.
Oh, okay.
So here comes, James and Ate Gemma came to my office. Very beautiful office, just to let you know. You know that. Very beautiful office. They came over. They explained to me about the compensation plan of FPG.
It was in a
about
high-rise
the-
building
Yeah.
with a big table.
Yeah. So it's they explained to me about the living benefits. I know I know of what they are
yeah.
telling, but I'm just trying to I'm good in negotiation. Right? So you cannot just say
You're an
yes.
attorney.
Right.
Yes.
So you cannot just say yes.
Yeah.
But they're also good. I know that I'm good, but they're also smart. So what they did is, oh, never mind. Give me your social security, your name, your email address, and we'll just put you in. And when you are ready, then just come in. And if you're not ready, just leave it there.
Because he's really didn't portray someone that you can recruit or
No.
So we just make it short and sweet.
Simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
simple. And then
And that's good because if you were trying to pursue him, he probably would get turned off.
But I already, like what I said, I'm already into a point that I am ready to
he's
leave.
like playing poker. you know?
Yes.
So he's bluffing.
So, so that was the time that they got my. And the funny thing, this is not for everybody, but this is really what happened. We will just sign you up, okay? So I did not pay the 125.
That's why you said earlier somebody paid for your 125.
Oh yeah, I was not I didn't pay because I'm not ready. I don't really want to sign up.
Yeah.
But they are also very smart to put me on the system right away. At the time, I said I cannot just do the business because I still have a big business going on.
Yeah.
I submitted a business.
He wasn't ready.
Yeah, I was not ready. Plus, I have a lot of businesses pending. Then I still need to.
So
get
we took a
on.
risk. We bet okay,
Yes.
just be in the system. And then he called a couple, and then he even
He got
attended the
hypnotized.
convention to kind of seal the deal.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then like he said, he's a builder. Wherever he goes, and he has that mindset that he can always do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And after joining in less than a year, he hit his 100K, and he actually built one of the fastest growing team in our team, and also one of the largest team that has RVPs. And imagine him, remember he just attended the first convention. On the next convention, he's already speaking in the convention. Remember that?
Yeah.
So the owner already recognized him because he was the fastest builder
Yeah, he was.
in the team.
He can do it again, definitely.
Yeah,
Because he's a builder. If you're a builder, you're always going to be a builder. So,
That is correct.
yeah,
he has that
Future
opportunity.
is bright.
yeah.
mean, you know-
That's
That's his
he
tagline.
he wore the shades, and now people are copying his.
Well, even the CEO is also
Yeah,
keep on.
but
telling
like
that
I said,
one
he
to
always
push.
brings that energy. In that
they
convention.
love it when he gets on the
Yeah.
stage. They know that energy
He's like,
comes
do you
through.
miss me?
Oh yeah,
The reason why I asked that, because remember, it's it's not hidden that everybody knows that I did not write a single policy for the past 2 years.
And that's where like being builder is. Like he didn't write a policy. He also kind of went to vacation too, but his
team.
income didn't went down.
yeah.
He
His
was
team
still
was
in
still
He's
right.
still in the
He was
100,000
still in
earner.
the leaderboard.
Oh, by the way, I also remember like after he hit the 100K, he decided going back to like him loving to his goal of dream of touring
Travel.
United States. He went to vacation.
I went on
I
vacation
remember.
right
And
now.
then, so his plan was like he told us, okay, I'm just gonna be on vacation for 2 weeks. So we've been seeing his posts in Facebook like, oh, okay, enjoying Philippines and he's traveling. And then
Extended.
the income came, because we get paid every week, and he got paid a good amount of money, and he said, James, I'm gonna extend my vacation. So like, okay, he was gone for like a month. And
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
You
actually, it's not a
were-
month. Originally my plan was to go back to the Philippines for 1 year. That was September.
1
And
year.
Yeah, that was. That's supposed to be only for 1 month. That is from August to September, but extended all the way to first week of November. Because can you imagine, you're on vacation and suddenly for 3 consecutive weeks you are number 1 of the top earner.
And then
I
that's
remember.
the time they were Tita Honey actually were starting and came back to the Philippines at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why
That's
they
when
were.
she saw your name.
I
Yeah.
kept seeing his name, and I'm
And
like,
where's-
where is he? And he was like, always number 1. And then
The
I
Philippines.
was like,
Yeah, he decided to
I'm the
push. He
Philippines.
decided to push it
Yeah.
and just come back here in January when his birthday was up.
Yeah.
and he was posting pictures. He was on a surfboard, was it? On a I'm like, wow,
Enjoying life,
enjoying.
This might be the right company, right?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, wow.
So that's the beauty of our business.
Yeah.
If you are a builder, if you started the business the proper way, you can afford to be away if you want to. That's an option. I'm
Yeah.
not telling to everybody that do it right away,
No,
because
yeah.
that is also one of my regrets. Because some of the people, some of the leaders with FEG. For the past 2 years, we are all 100. We started all at 100,000, but some of them already 200, 300, 400,000 earners. But the good thing with me is, well, they deserve, because they work hard for 2 years. For me, I stopped working for 2 years.
But you still
I
have your
still
100
have an
100,000,
income. I
yeah.
still have an income
Yep.
working for me, because I have. Oh my God. People don't realize the power of renewals of our
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
People needs to understand that renewals, every week you will have an income.
Yeah.
So if you write a lot of policies, oh, by the way, this is for insurance
License, yes.
insurance license, but for the rollover, you only get one time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's
but
correct.
with the insurance business, the life insurance business, you basically get like every week you have something.
Yep.
It can be $5, $10, $20, $100. It doesn't matter. But
Yep.
there is money coming in every single week.
Exactly.
So that's the beauty of
Yeah, and then that
writing.
gave you that opportunity to at least go to the Philippines or vacation. And then I remember, like, one of the things that like kind of hit you and made you love what you do now is because when you went home, you got to visit your mom, right?
Of
And-
course, my mother just celebrated her 95th birthday last February 16. Happy birthday, Mama.
Wow.
Happy
95th
birthday.
Shout out.
birthday. Yeah. Shout out to my mother in the Philippines right now, 95th years
Yeah.
old, February 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was able to take her vacation,
yeah.
see
Awesome.
him. And
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of like, money is good,
That's
vacation is good,
precious,
but the
really.
time
Yeah.
that you get to spend with the people
With
that you
family.
want, you cannot take that away.
No,
Yeah.
that's sure.
Yeah, especially what I did to my mom during that vacation, I kidnapped her. Like just her and me. We did not live in our house. We stayed in a resort together, just me and her, and telling all the stories of life, giving all this, the good things and the bad things of life. I got a lot of nuggets from my mother. At that time, she was only 93 years old.
Wow.
So it's a precious that right now happy that I've done that. If I'm not with FEG, probably I wasn't able to make that to happen. Plus the fact that when I went back to the Philippines as well, every single member of the family got a piece of my money.
Yeah.
I gave everybody
You shared
the share.
your-
I
Yeah.
gave
That's
them
awesome.
And that's
every
like
money
a
I
memory you can
distributed.
treasure. That like
Yeah.
you've been through a lot of struggles and obstacles. You've been to multiple companies and restart, rebuild your
Yeah.
team, and kind of like seal the deal that I made the right decision, right? Because you can spend
Correct.
more time.
Yeah.
And you're kind of coming to the end of the podcast, but like on those struggles that you have, maybe you remember one of the most struggles that you had. How did you overcome it?
Well, it's this is always how to overcome any kind of struggles is always going back to your why. Why you even started this business?
Yeah.
Why you even when you join any kind of business, not necessarily FEG, but any kind of business, anything that you want to do, from the very beginning, you already know what is when you join or when you do certain things, you should know already what is your why.
Yeah.
So when I started FEG, I know already my why. Very big time. So I already have a lot of my goals also written down, still there. And every time I am down, I always go back to
To
my
your why.
whys. So
Yeah.
why should I not move forward? Why did I even start anyway?
Exactly.
So if if I will not pursue the reason why I started this business, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
What will be the lesson that I can give to the next generation?
Yeah.
If
Exactly.
me myself I cannot do it, I cannot even implement to
Yeah.
myself. So how can I lead my team if me myself I cannot even
You
lead
want to go
myself?
back to that
Yep.
memory of me packing my bags, but I want to make it here in America.
Yeah.
Of
you
course,
know?
yes.
So also, we haven't done this because we have the first time we have a co-host.
Yeah.
What is one question you can give to our guests?
Actually, I already did. Thank you for asking, because when he said go back to your why, I already had a question in my head that I was
Oh.
dying to ask, and I was like, oh, I can't, I shouldn't.
No, you should, you should.
Because it's the end. But no, as you know, I've always been a fan of Leo. From the day that I met him, and I always complimented how brutal he is.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Disclaimer.
No, because I really admire
Yeah.
his ways. Even without being the lawyer that he is, but
Yeah.
I knew how disciplined he is, and how like what he says, it's tough love. Like if you're here, you want to learn, listen. If not, get out of my face, kind of thing. But yeah,
In a good way.
In a good way, yes, in a good way. He's very sweet. So I guess my question is, I want to piggyback on what you said about go back to your why, But I think I'm asking not only for others but also for myself. Like I can hear you already. Because like some people, like me, we have our own businesses also, where it could, like, what would kind of solidify your why? I mean, I know your why, but then like with me, for example, like let's say I'm working towards having my kids have a better future or legacies merely for family and of course time and freedom. But then a part of me says, but you have other ways that you can get it. I mean, financial industry, it's not easy, so I kind of go back to like, why do you choose, beside of course it being, the number one industry of financial, capabilities, but like in your case, how do you solidify that why to yourself and to your team members?
Well, first of all, when we're talking about solidification of my why, remember, I gave up my profession as a lawyer.
Yeah.
I came here in the United States, forget about lawyering, and what will be the best way to, replace
Yeah.
that kind of profession, which is a way, way, way better, a lot better than the legal profession. For me, financial industry is a lot better than the legal profession. Why? I'll tell you why. If you're a lawyer, especially you are not graduate in the United States of America, you did
That's
not grow
different.
up here, it's totally different. Okay? So what kind of lawyer you will practice here? Plus, remember, if you are a lawyer, you will confine yourself with these three: house, office, and court. House, office, and court. House, office, and court. That's too boring. Plus, the thing that I really hate is the unlimited, non-stop reading, updating yourself with all
The new
of
laws.
the new laws and
regulation.
everything.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
one thing that I really can you imagine that the problem of a lot of people is your problem?
Yeah.
Do you want that?
Yeah.
That's true. It's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stress. In the Philippines, you are like a marites. You know what's marites means? No, I'm just kidding. Mari, what's latest? But I'm very thankful because probably because of my orientation, because of my exposure already, not only with financial industry, but with my why now is something related to my faith.
Yeah.
So in my faith, and I'm very thankful because because of Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy, his teachings taught me a lot of good things, especially with our three revolution. And I mentioned that in one of my, one of the trainings.
remember.
So number one is the financial revolution. Why? Because, everybody needs money. Everybody, God don't want us to be poor.
No.
God provided us everything. Okay, so there's a financial revolution. And of course, there is also a spiritual revolution because everything in this world is because of Him. Everything is temporary. And I always mention this: what will profit a man if he gain the whole world but he loses his own soul? That's why spiritual revolution. And the last one is the revolution of excellence, meaning to say, we are here. We should practice the revolution of excellence, meaning to say, if you are joining this business,
Give it
this
your
kind of
all.
business, you give it all. Everything you give
We
it all
have
because
one
that's
life
what
to
we
live,
call
right?
yes, you have only one life to live, so you give your best, the
Right.
excellent way. So in every aspect it has to be very excellent. Now, I hope that helps why I'm solidifying my why. It's because of my faith, my orientation, and of course, what did I replace with my I gave up something for nothing? Of course not. I have to give up something for a better thing. And I believe I gave up my legal profession and financial services is better than to go back to the legal career here in the United States.
Yeah, and it's not saying legal career or like for us it was nursing was a bad
No.
industry, right?
No.
The same thing as when we had interview with the other nurse that we had as a guest. But it's more of like what it can provide you.
Correct.
You're gonna replace it with something, and you still have your license. You didn't let go of it. It's still part of you, but it's just what makes you happy or do the things that you really want. With the people that you want. What you do right now, and it's a good question, Tito Han, and thank you for that
That was a
question.
good
'Cause
question.
Thank
a lot
you.
of
Thank you
people.
for-
Because a lot of people, it's not just this one. We do a lot of things. Some people are, wear different hats. But what makes them come back to this industry? Why, and my mom always tells me that. And at first I don't understand it. But now being in the industry itself, I've seen that some of our associates will actually leave our team, kind of went to sleep, try another thing because they saw something better. But in the end of the day, they always come back here, because it's something pulls them back. And that's the reason, like Leo said, is, I already started it. Might as well see the end of it.
Right.
I already gave it all.
And I don't know, remember, I was telling you that from the very beginning, I went to in Chicago, I was licensed there. I came here, I was again, associated with W 2 times with W.
Yeah.
I quit again, and then now I'm glad because I found FEG that I considered my home, my place, my family.
Aw. And then, and I've learned a lot from Leo as well, on building things.
Yeah,
And-
definitely.
And, like we said, like, you said, Leo is like a tough love. And sometimes you need that push, to
Yes,
get motivated.
yes.
But the good thing about it is, in the end of the day, like I said, we're still a family. We can be brutal in the office. We go out. We still hang
In a
out and
nice
laugh,
way.
right? Yeah. So that's the beauty is, we are in the relationship business. We build that relationship. So, we're going to the end. And, because one of our codes is not here, I gave the honor to our CEO, Fred, to give the $1 million question.
$1 million question. There's no wrong answer. This is on your own. So our question is, how do you define success?
Well, success, this is, I always remember the one who sent me to school. We are poor. We are very, very poor. We belong to a very poor family. My parents are not, graduate. My father is a family driver. My mother is a housewife. There are 9 members of the family, and I am the youngest. So there is no way that my parents can afford to send us everybody in school. Fortunately, and thank God, because He gave me the intelligence. So I graduated because of scholarships.
Wow.
So since high school, college of law, even in my master's degree, I finished everything because of scholarships.
Wow.
And this person, I want to give, due, recognition and acknowledgement to the late Honorable Governor of Isabela, Benjamin GD, who sent me to school. But before him, I was sent to school by his late father, Faustino D. Senior. And this is according to Benjamin GD, he said that a successful man is not he who accomplishes valuable things, but he who enjoys things while accomplishing them. And I totally agree with that.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
I like that.
So I am
need to write that down.
I'm trying,
That hit
I
hard.
always live with that, and I always, follow that, it doesn't matter. You probably have the nicest cars, house, and everything, but you're not happy.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
It's worthless.
Yes.
So I will repeat that, a successful man is not he who accomplishes valuable things, but he who enjoys things while accomplishing
I like,
them.
I like that.
I like
That's
that.
deep.
That is nice.
Because
You gotta write that down.
That's right. Because
Right.
I'll put it somewhere on the wall.
So it's basically the journey. You should enjoy the journey.
Exactly, because we forget sometimes we're being so successful, and we forget to enjoy
Yes.
while we're accomplishing things.
It's not
Correct.
the
Because
dest-
we're just keep going.
it's
and
not
keep
the
going.
destination, it's the journey,
Yep.
right?
Yes,
and,
it's the journey.
and we can't bring the material things in
No, you
heaven,
can't.
but you can live a memory along the way, when you made
Exactly.
it. So, wow.
That was
Wow.
awesome.
That was
love
awesome.
it.
We want to thank Leo Gillo for being one of our guests, and also we have our special host.
She's been great.
Co-host.
Yes.
Thank you
Honey-
very much.
Honeybee.
Most likely we'll see her more often.
All
right?
right. Thank you
Thank you.
so
You're
much.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.